Mike, it was really good today to get together with our Family Business Roundtable, and we wanted to have a recap around our discussion for the May 2018 event.
Yeah, I thought another great, very strong, positive meeting.
Yeah. So our big topic was around what happens when family business owners don't want to retire.
Right.
And we're finding out that 7 out of 10 family business owners are saying, 65, that's not retirement age anymore. I want to keep working.
Right, and with the baby boomers, that's kind of what makes them who they are. Work defines them.
It does, and so it provides a challenge for the next generation that's raring to go and wants to take over. And then we have our baby boomers saying, not yet.
That's right. They said the next generation says, well, it's my term, my time. I'm in my 30s. When do I get a chance to fly, so to speak?
Yeah. So today at the Family Business Roundtable, we had parents, we had second gens talking around the Wall Street Journal article about the Robinson family and or the Robinson business with the Stable family around what they were doing. And they actually were a 5th generation transferring to a 6th generation, with Mr. Stable in his 60s not being quite yet ready to do that.
Yeah.
And his daughter in her 30s, ready to take over the presidency and then the CEO level and wanting to move forward. So we had a lot of good dialogue around some of the questions that our multi-generation owners had, as well as the Stable family.
Yeah, can you imagine a 5th generation going to 6th generation? I mean, there's not many businesses like that. So they're clearly doing something right.
Yeah, and in fact, it's around 3% of the family businesses from the 5th to 6th generation can do that transfer successfully. And I think when we all read that article, we all thought, there must be a checklist. They must be doing something
That's right.
But what did we find out?
Well, we did find there were some best practices, right? Some things that both our members referenced and some things that were referenced in the article. Like, for example, we talked about defining roles and how important that could be, right? Clearly defining swim lanes and otherwise empowering those people in those roles as a best practice.
Definitely, and the fact that those roles need to be updated on a regular basis,
that's right.
Because they, as each of the generations progress, they're going to want to have different roles within the company. So today's roles, maybe in 6 months, need to be revised as well.
And reflecting on the times, right? I mean, times are different now. Technology is different. What the baby boomers did in terms of how they approach advertising, as one of our members referenced, is different today as to how you might market your business. So good point in terms of being fluid in your role development.
Yeah. We also talked about defining the norms of how the generations will work together. And so in some cases, there are some challenges around those norms. For example, how we solve a problem.
Yeah.
Is it something that we talk to the whole family about? Is it something that we say the problem will be solved within the parameters of the two of us?
Yes.
And so defining those norms was very important.
So rolling into another best practice is no mediators in the family, right? Making sure that if it's mom and her husband and their son, mom's not stuck between her husband mediating and her son, which is a really tough and unfair position to be in.
It really is, and it's unsustainable because the anxiety that it causes for that mother in that role. And we saw that in both the article, and we've certainly seen it from our family businesses that we work with. So defining the roles, the norms, not having a mediator, and then realizing best practices that the mediator role should maybe come from an outside facilitator who could be brought in to help the company function more as a company with a little bit less focus on the family business dynamics.
Yeah, I think bringing in that professional dynamic and shocking the system may allow the family members to get away from their traditional roles, which is so easy to fall back into. I'm the third child, or I'm the lazy child. To focus on business and not to devolve into family dynamics or negative family dynamics is important.
So some great practices, some great ways of looking at case studies for us to be able to help our family businesses in the Baltimore, Washington market better navigate those challenges.
Yeah, so great meeting.
Thank you.
Thank you.